Alrighty, YouTube. Welcome to another weekly video. In today's video, I can read from the description is I watched the FNAF movie, and holy shit! I just want to say right off the bat, I loved it. Alright, critics can go suck a dick. It was a glorious, great movie. I recommend it to everybody. It's a really good overall movie. And some people complain, claiming that it's not good for non-FNAF fans for some reason, and I have no idea what the hell they're smoking, because the movie concept was just very basic to follow, and it's something you can easily watch and understand without having to know FNAF. Like, I feel like everything you need to like the movie is there. So that's like the non-spoiler response I want to say and praise it is. It was a really good movie. Everyone at the theaters I watched it at loved it. They loved it so much at the theater I was watching it at that everyone literally started clapping their hands, giving an encore of applause when it ended. So it was just a overall great, glorious movie with some good fun references from creators. I'm not going to give any spoilers at a moment, where we'll get into spoilers later. So do keep in mind, I will let you know when we get into spoilers territory. So, like I said, movie was great. Really do recommend it. Go watch it at your local theaters or walk in on Peacock. It's just a really good, solid movie with a good, solid plot. Like I said, you can understand the plot if you've never seen FNAF before. You can understand the plot, especially if you've seen FNAF before. It is really good and juicy for FNAF fans with tons of Easter eggs all over. In fact, one thing I want to say is that I really enjoyed the movie because it felt like a breath of fresh air for the series, because it kind of went like a little bit of spoiler here, depending on what you want to define this as, which is it was a breath of fresh air because it went back to the supernatural roots of the story. It didn't really have the mad scientist bullshit that we've been having lately with robot remnant, robot people, and all the wild, goofy shit FNAF been kind of getting into with the games and book lately. So it was like a nice fresh air to have it going back to the roots of kids possessing the robots. Now, like I said, really good, really recommend it. Now, if you do not want spoilers, I suggest leaving now and coming back later after you watch the movie, because I'm only getting to spoilers here, which is the point of this video. Because one thing I want to say is why I love it is just the fact that we the night 3, I think it was. If you actually watched the movie, there was a total of 5 nights, which was great. I love they did that. On night 3, they had a little bit of a slumber party with the animatronics, low-key. I'm not doing it justice if you haven't seen it and you don't know what I'm talking about, but I felt like that was really good because it really reminds you of the fact that these animatronics are possessed by children. Keep that in mind. Possessed by children. So it was really great to feel like that they're possessed by children. Alright? And it's just, it was nice and wholesome how they were interacting with Abby. And then you have Mike's whole main plot about having his dreams, trying to get into his dreams to find out what happened to his younger brother Garrett, which is very important, by the way. Getting ready for this shit. So just remember that name. So it was just him wanting to go back to the the Freddy location, go to sleep there because he's having more vivid dream. The possessed children are interacting with him in his dream, helping him out learn more and more, which is pretty amazing to think about, because that kind of low-key feels like a parallel to the mini-games we get in the other games, mostly FNAF 3, but FNAF 1 and 2 mini-games. It feels like they're now dream sequences, especially in the FNAF 4. Holy shit. And speaking of FNAF 4, this is what I want to get into. Make this as clear as possible that I feel like the movie is trying to tell us. Because the books is a parallel universe to the games, and the movie is probably the same way. It's unconfirmed, though, so this is what I think the movie was trying to tell us. It's making a very clear parallel. Remember, major spoilers, just so no one can bitch, because this is the last warning. The big parallel I feel like is going on is the FNAF 4 household. with the fact that you have the older brother, the younger brother, and a sister, with the younger brother dying. Then you have, the FNAF 1 location. The fact that Vanessa is confirmed in this movie to be the daughter of William Afton. There's a lack of Henry, though, we're going to talk about, but it feels like the main thing the movie's trying to tell us is parallels to the three members of the family: Mike, Abby, and Garrett. Vanessa and William is a good, family to keep in mind. And the dream sequences. The dream sequences and the fact that Mike is having vivid dreams of what happened to his brother the day he died or got taken I feel like is a very big thing to keep in mind. And this makes me think a lot about FNAF 4. About how there's so much, especially with Dream Theory being something introduced at the start of the movie as a parallel, because of the fact that Dream Theory was the theory surrounding FNAF 4 that everything was a dream. That was very hated and kind of retcon, low-key. But it really, I don't know how to really extrapolate it yet, because FNAF is a very complicated lore series. And this is just me spitballing everything's going through my head when I was watching the movie, and just the last 24 hours since I watched the movie, watching other old theories and so on about the connection that could possibly be here, and just really thinking hard about it. Is that the Smith family, which is Mike Smith, so it would be Abby Smith, Mike Smith, and Garrett Smith. Mike Smith is the name of the security guard you played in the first game, which, surprisingly enough, you're playing as, Mike Smith in the first game, and that's your character, and the movie takes place in the first game, so it's kind of interesting to call that. Not only that, but you also have the fact that the security guard before you that died is supposedly supposed to be Fritz. Can't remember his last name. Let me look it up. FNAF Fritz. It was... Give me 1 second. What is his name? It was something Fritz. It is very... Names are very complicated. But when you try to read the pink slip. Fritz Smith. Fritz Smith is who you played in the second game. And this is the custom night character, because in the original one, at the start of the second game, you play as Jeremy Fitzgerald, something like that, and then in the custom night, you quickly turn to Fritz Smith. Sorry, the name is very hard and it's messing with my speech impediment, so I do apologize. But anyways, so there's interesting shit there. Though, for some reason, I just want to say real quick, for the game, the wiki is claiming the child that was Foxy is named Fritz. Yeah, there's a Fritz character, and this is going to become really important. I'm sorry I'm sidetracking. There's so much shit. So, it's possible there's a confirmed second movie come on, and as we know, FNAF 2 is a prequel to FNAF 1. So I wonder if somehow we're gonna... That was just a one-on gag that his name was Fritz, and the reason why we think his name is Fritz, the first security guard we see get killed, who was, by the way, supposed to be originally Markiplier if he didn't get caught up, is the tape that was behind Mike's tape was Fritz's tape. So if we do a prequel, we might see Fritz, or we might see Jeremy Fitzgerald, and maybe a reference to Smith, or maybe it was just a cameo. See, that's what's hard about this movie, is that there's so much, it's hard to tell what is a reference and an Easter egg, or what is supposed to be a parallel. So the reason why I say this is, first off, when we finally see Afton, he recognized the name Smith when he hired, Mike for the job, and then later on he told Mike, "I'm gonna kill you like I killed your brother." So, like I was saying, where he, told Mike that he's gonna kill him like how he killed his brother. And when he first hired Mike, he immediately states and stutters when he went to say Mike Smith. He went, "Wait, Mike Smith. Smith." Like, he recognized the name, which is making it very clear that he is obsessed with the victims and clearly knows the names of the victims that he killed. You know, like, he stalked them or it was, like, preying on them so long that he learns their name and so on. Hell, he gave the toy airplane that Jarrett had to his daughter, Vanessa. So it's very interesting to know that he is hiring people with troubled pasts to do this job, and he was very consistent on Mike getting the job because he knows Mike is looking for who took his brother, and not only look for who took his brother, but he, you know, is the brother of Mike, the kid he killed. You know, I mean, let me rephrase. Sorry, Mike is the brother of the kid he killed. You get my point, Jarrett. So he recognized this shit. He's aware of it, and he's very keen on it. So the reason why I say this is important is one of the kids that is the missing children that got killed is Fritz. And then we also have a security guard named Fritz, which I think is interesting. That might be a reference there, but that's also just a... So I wonder if it's possible that he's trying to kill off, like, hiring security guards that are relatives of the children he killed to kill off as well. You know, trying to kill the brother of Garrett, which is Mike, and trying to want to kill him like he killed the brother, kill the two like it's a pair, and also kill Abby. But it could also just be a coincidence. He just recognized the name and is just like, okay, he's looking for me, I gotta kill him before he finds anything, so maybe it was just like a one-time thing, and the name Fritz is just a coincidence, or a reference, or so on. It's hard to tell with Scott, I'm gonna be honest. And like I said, maybe he's just obsessed with the Smiths in general, and that maybe the name Smith in the movie is a cover-up name to make it more ambiguous and also its own continuity, so that we're not supposed to look at the last name as the parallel, but the first names, and not only look at the first names as the parallel, but also the family members, because the FNAF 4 family, which, even though it is commonly accepted and believed that the FNAF 4 family with the crying child, the older brother Mike, and Elizabeth, which we believe that is the Acton family. By the way, I'm not sure if we exactly know if Elizabeth is the name of the sister. It could just be a theory, because we know Elizabeth is the daughter of Acton. This is confirmed in many different medias. But the FNAF 4 family, all we see is a sister room. We don't find out about the name Elizabeth until the 4th game, and then we like piece together the puzzle. So maybe this is this is Scott telling us we pieced together the wrong family. So either that, and the popular theory here is that the crying child could be, or Mike in particular, is Mike Emily, which is the child Henry Emily, maybe, potentially, but that doesn't seem to fit. I personally don't believe in that. And what I'm seeing is what it could be is maybe the FNAF 4 family is a third family altogether of just a local family that is being tormented by by William Afton himself. Or it is the Afton, it is a parallel. So maybe for some reason Scott decided to separate, William from being part of that family, or people's like, oh, well, the father went missing in the movie, but that Mike is way too goddamn old to forget what his father looks like and who his father is. I just don't see how that's possible. That makes zero goddamn sense to me, personally. But, and that would mean Vanessa is either the adopted sister or is the actual sister to Mike. And there's a bit of a romance thing kind of going on between the two, so that'd be a little odd. I don't know about that one, man. So it's just, there's so much weirdness to it. By the way, Vanessa being in the movie is very interesting. To me, Vanessa being in the movie is in there because Scott is trying to tell us straight up that Vanessa is the daughter of William Afton. Which is weird as shit because we know the daughter of William Afton is goddamn Elizabeth. So it's just like, which one is it? God damn it. Scott, your lore is too complicated. God. And it's like, oh, well, it's only in the movie his daughter. No. We already knew she was the daughter of Afton, because in the security breach with the patient 42 and 43, whatever, the Vanessa tapes with also Gregory tape, but the point is, the one with Vanessa in it, it talks about Vanessa's father being Bill A. Bill is another word, is another name for William. William A. William Afton. And then the movie is just flat out saying, yes, she is a Afton. That is her father. So it's just like, well, shit. Which one is it? This is bullshit. What happened to Elizabeth? Is Elizabeth being retconned? Because there was kind of like a low-key, like, reboot. Kind of soft reboot from, Help Wanted going forward. And I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure ever since Help Wanted, Baby has never been seen or heard from again. Like, we don't hear about Baby at all in God. Well, not even just Baby, but Elizabeth as well. We don't hear about those two characters in Security Breach or Ruin. I'm pretty sure we get Baby's mask, but I don't know if she's still canon. That's why I'm a little confused about Health Wanted, because it kind of throw a monkey wrench into the thing. Where it's just like, well, shit, what's still canon or not? Which is like a soft reboot, kind of. This is a big debate. Maybe Acton had 2 daughters. Because we know Emily, at least in the books, had a daughter and a son. He had twins, if I'm not mistaken. Which was, Charlie. Or Charlotte, whatever you want to call her. And which is the first victim of William. I don't remember what the brother name was for the life of me. I can't tell you. I just don't remember. And in the games, Charlie became the puppet. And the first victim of William. And then the crying child got terrified. And by the way, the reason why I brought up Garrett is because one of the names, and I double-checked this, but because before we even knew the name Garrett, before we seen the movie was out, we already had the idea that the crying child's name was either A, Evans, or B, Garrett. People wanted to lean through Evans, but it seems like this is Scott saying that his name was Garrett. So, and especially with the fact that the older brother, black hair, look exactly like Mike, the older brother, crying child, Mike, black hair, younger brother, Garrett, small kid, black hair, is a victim of William that for some reason doesn't seem to have isn't possessing any animatronic. He seemed to be an extra child. Which, by the way, yes, I know crying child is not a victim of William Afton, but the point is, a dead child whose spirit isn't connected to the robots, debatably also Golden Freddy, but we also only see one spirit for Golden Freddy in the movie, but we also see It's Me in the movie, which just could be either a reference or an Easter egg, and my head is just going boom, boom, boom right now, trying to figure this shit out. But the point is, I'm pretty sure that the Smith family we are seeing is a direct parallel to the family in FNAF 4. That is, I am certain of. Alright. Abby, I'm being told, is another nickname for Elizabeth. Mike Smith. We believe Mike Smith is Michael Afton in the game, though it's debatable what this will mean for Michael in the games, because we always thought Mike Smith was a fake name. We thought he was Michael Afton. Maybe he wasn't Michael Afton after all, because nothing confirmed officially his name was Michael Afton. This is all theory. So maybe that was the reason. Maybe he's really is Mike Smith after all. I am unsure. So, God, I know I'm ranting in a circle, but, like, this is when you're trying to get out what I'm saying, which is just, like, there's so much lore to FNAF, and, like, this could change a lot in trying to figure out what it's paralleling to. But the point is, it is paralleling to this family. You got Mike, which is the four household, and then you have the crying child, Garrett, who we believe is the crying child, is named Garrett in the games, and you have Garrett, the younger brother, who dies. Different causes, but it's a parallel. And then, we know that It's Me, who say It's Me is Garrett, and it doesn't help that Abby has an imaginary friend before the goddamn, being introduced to the dead children's spirits in the Five Nights at Freddy restaurant. So, like, I wonder if Garrett was a spirit for him, but we also see she has a a stuffed animal. I can't remember what it was. It was hard to see in the theater. if it was like random one or it was a bear. I would have to rewatch it. So, God, God damn it. There's also fear that Garrett was maybe Balloon Boy, because Balloon Boy, for some odd reason, kept jump scaring Michael. It was hilarious, and the ending of the movie at post-credit was the taxi driver. I know he's a YouTuber, but I don't remember his name. Please forgive me. Got jumped, like, scared by Balloon Boy or some shit. It was goofy, and I love it. But, shit. Sorry, I love this movie. Oh, it was great. So, yeah, so I'm pretty sure the Smith family that we're seeing in the movie is a direct parallel to the FNAF 4. Whether it be a literal exact same family, exact same character with slightly different interpretation, or is a parallel. Example, what I mean by this is, for example, the books have the Henry family, which has a lot more members in it and a lot more, but completely different lives, which we knew is Charlie, Emily, Henry, Emily, his wife, and the twin of Charlie. But in the game, we only know about Henry, Emily, and Charlie, Emily. We also have the robot of Emily that grew up, which I don't even want to get into. I'm going to be honest. Dear God. Holy shit. Please don't make me get into that. But, so, so I don't know if it's just a parallel like the book in the game was, where there's differences in the family member. There's also Emily's aunt, which is different. So it's just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it would be easier to understand and doesn't completely destroy everything we know if it was just a parallel between the two. The only issue I would have is that Elizabeth is such a wild card right now. That is the only piece of the puzzle I can't figure out. Elizabeth, we know from the books, we know from the game, is William Afton's daughter. And if Abby is supposed to represent William Afton, like Elizabeth, that doesn't make sense, because that would mean their father is William, who disappeared. But why wouldn't Mike recognize his father? Why wouldn't William, when William said, I'm gonna kill you like I killed your brother, why did he not say, I killed, you know, your brother, and I'm gonna kill you too, son? Like, why didn't he, like, reference that? He had no problem stabbing Vanessa. So, like, his own daughter in the movie, admitted daughter. And also, we see in the flashback when Garrett got taken that his father wasn't the one that took him. That wouldn't make any sense whatsoever. Makes zero sense. So it's just like, God, I hate life. And also, it doesn't help is the puppet is referenced several times in the movie, and especially in the end credit, and then the announcement of FNAF 2. So the puppet is canon. So is Charlie canon? Who is Charlie? Charlie got killed. The only way I can make sense of the parallels between the FNAF 4 family being the same family in this movie, the exact same family, is that the little girl room we see in FNAF 4, because I believe we don't see a girl in that room. I could be wrong. If I'm, like, wrong about something, chat, just please correct me. Is that it's actually was a room that was being made in preparation to a new baby girl. And maybe Mike's mother was pregnant at the time of Garrett kidnapping. Or was a newborn at the time that we didn't see. You know, like, so that's the only way I can see. I'm still very confused about it. So I'm not too sure. And again, maybe in the game she was already born and was a bit older, you know? It's really hard to tell. And the reason I'm just so fixated on it is the fact that Mike Smith is the night guard. So why Mike Smith if the FNAF 4 family that is paralleling? So why name him Mike Smith in the Smith family? And also parallel the FNAF 4 family is what I'm trying to say. I apologize for the ramble and like uncohesiveness. My head is a mess right now trying to figure this shit out. And I hope you guys are enjoying. But so if it is a different family than the FNAF 4 one, because they're using the Smith name, which is believed to be the fake name of, you know, Michael Afton, then why? Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. I think I'm on a realization. There was a little thing in Sister Location about the vampire saying the baby was not mine. So maybe the FNAF, like maybe William split with his wife and took Elizabeth, or had cut what is it? Sorry, I'm forgetting the word. Jointed custody of Elizabeth, or Elizabeth / Vanessa, because I'm not sure which one of the two. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Vanessa is Elizabeth, in my opinion, and I think maybe the name got retconned or something. I'm just not sure at all. I'm sorry, but Elizabeth / Vanessa was the daughter of Afton, and then like he broke up with his wife because he believed Michael wasn't his son and didn't believe it was his, and that like, you know, like said the baby's not mine, but believe Vanessa was / Elizabeth. But the age gap between the two doesn't make sense either, and it's just because like maybe you could argue like, you know, oh, she broke up with William, they departed, and that you know, had a what's the one I'm looking for, and she remarried, and another man, Smith, was the one that raised Mike, and that's that FNAF 4 household. Is that it is the Smith household, which is with Mike Afton, and then maybe Garrett Smith wasn't. So it's just no. See, it's really hard to figure out. So tell me what you guys think down below. I pretty much, let me just do a little summary. You got a heavy parallels between the FNAF 4 family with the Smith family. The Smith name, Mike Smith, is the same name of the FNAF 1 Night Guard, but is also being made very clear that Afton is, in my opinion, is very clear that Afton is not related to the Smith family here. Vanessa is his daughter. And what the hell is going on with Elizabeth? So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. Be sure to like and subscribe, and as I said, this movie was great and I love it, but lore FNAF is making me have a headache. See you guys next time, bye!